Where do I see myself in 10 years? I see myself probably working on my show. I really want to become an animator of my own show, and that's like one of the biggest things that's been like impacting my life right now. So right now in 10 years, I see myself working on my show and hopefully getting the first season out.
Where I see myself in 10 years, probably just somewhere working in like a cybersecurity field. Maybe like somewhere with a huge company, maybe not, I don't know. See when we get there.
In 10 years, I see myself traveling the world.
Where do I see myself in 10 years? I do see myself in 10 years like successful. I do plan on being an ultrasound technician, so yeah.
Where do I see myself in 10 years is being a business owner. The Fitzgerald teacher impacted my life the most was Mr. Busatel because he was helpful.
And where do I see myself in 10 years? Well, I see myself either in my own salon or my own bakery. And yeah.
In 10 years, I see myself being a successful nurse, a travel one at that.
In 10 years, I see myself as a clinical psychologist in a hospital or some type of organization.
Where do I see myself in 10 years? Man. Honestly, where I see myself? Probably owning my own business, you know what I'm saying? Reselling stuff, selling clothes, all that.
In 10 years, I see myself working hard and paying all my school debt and loans and having my own business or having a supportive job.
I see myself in 10 years working and mostly having fun.
In 10 years, I'll be working hard and making people laugh.
I see myself in 10 years working a stable job and maybe becoming an animator.
Where do I see myself in 10 years? Working at Delta Airline.
Where do I see myself in 10 years? Probably somewhere as an animator.
I see myself in 10 years as a Megan Jodaway.
In 10 years, I see myself probably still in school, honestly, like pursuing higher education. That's about it. I mean, I'm not entirely sure what I want to go into yet, so we'll see when we get there.
In 10 years, I see myself hopefully being out of college and hopefully being a lawyer, but who knows?
Years.
In 10 years, I see myself job, house, paying off student loans.
In 10 years, I see myself as a graduated student from Grand Valley as a psychiatrist, either at a school or in an office.
In 10 years, I see myself as an electrical engineer, majoring, graduating from college, probably doing something with art, because I love art, so yeah.
In 10 years, I see myself doing graphic design or editing.
I see myself in 10 years supporting my family and participating in a career of my choice.
Hopefully owning a business, maybe welding, since that's the trade I want to go into.
I don't know, maybe somewhere in criminal justice. I want a family, but I don't know if I'll have that by then.
When I see myself in 10 years, what type of question is that? I plan on seeing myself in 10 years. I see myself really like living in Ireland for real. Like making like thousands of pounds over there.
In 10 years, I either see myself in the PA school or the dental school.
In 10 years, I see myself having my own business.
I see myself in 10 years being a lawyer, living life, traveling and all that.
In 10 years, I'm going to college for electrical engineering, so I should have a career in that, and I want to do a couple modeling gigs.
In 10 years, I see myself like graduating from like college and stuff like that and traveling the world with my bestie and like just at a better mental headspace.
In 10 years, I see myself traveling and getting more into and being a professional dancer.
In 10 years, I see myself as an automotive general sales manager.
In 10 years, I see myself working a job in the medical field and traveling.
I see myself in 10 years doing job in NASA of aeronautical engineer.
I see myself in 10 years being a criminal and justice lawyer
In 10 years, I see myself living with my family in a peaceful environment and doing a good job, and that's it.
In 10 years, I see myself as a marine biologist.
I see myself in 10 years being a nurse and probably having a house and stuff, so.
In 10 years, I see myself purchasing my first home, maybe married, maybe a child or two, with a degree and a good stable career.
In 10 years, I see myself graduated with a computer science master's degree in software development, probably just making major bank.
In 10 years, I see myself criminal justice, getting my stuff together, probably in my own apartment. Probably not gonna have my own apartment, probably gonna have a big house and, you know, kids. I might have kids. How old would I be in 10 years? Probably like 30 something. So I probably have my kids and, you know, probably have my own thing going on. So yeah.
I see myself in 10 years doing something productive with my life.
In 10 years, I see myself doing something productive with my life.
In 10 years, I see myself starting my residency as a surgeon.
In 10 years, I see myself going into like an IT business.
In 10 years, it's two situations I might see myself in. Either way, I'm gonna be in California living it up. But like, one, I'm gonna be either a famous rapper. But yeah, I mean, I already started all that. But like, yeah, we don't gotta get into that. But the second situation is I'm gonna have me a good job because you know I'm already going to college. I'm like looking into business, construction, all types of stuff.
In 10 years, I see myself running a business somewhere and owning a lot of real estate.
I see myself to be a very successful therapist or police officer.
What do I see myself in 10 years? I see myself being somewhere with my girl, like in Alaska or somewhere, chilling in like a wood cabin, just chilling, living life with my dog.
In 10 years, I don't know where I see myself in 10 years, but I know I'm gonna be happy, so.
In 10 years, I don't know, I see myself somewhere successful, getting money, not broke.
I see myself in 10 years traveling around the world as a nurse and being very successful.
I see myself in 10 years probably doing like physical therapy or something like that.
In 10 years, I see myself as a professional businesswoman, taking care of my family or, you know, making sure they got the money that they need and also having my, you know, backup plan, you know what I'm saying?
I see myself in 10 years being a successful lawyer and just building better bonds with my family and friends.
In 10 years, I see myself becoming a successful psychotherapist. And on the side, I will have a business advertising clothes. And on the other side, I'll be a model.
I see myself in 10 years doing something that I love.
I see myself in 10 years working at game design.
I see myself as a mechanic in 10 years.
I see myself being a professional soccer player in 10 years.
I see myself in 10 years being a pediatric nurse.
I see myself in 10 years probably working, coding someplace at a big company.
In 10 years, I see myself teaching students and being teachers.
In 10 years, I see myself working in the medical field.
Where do I see myself in 10 years? I see myself being an anesthesiologist with my own apartment.
Where do I see myself in 10 years? Probably at home coding, doing software engineering stuff, and then just trying to just live life, I guess.
I'm not exactly sure where I think I might see myself in 10 years. Probably still in college because I think I might end up taking gap years. I'm not too sure, but.
I see myself in 10 years making money. Anyways.
I see myself in 10 years being ducked off out the way, you know what I'm saying, with a family.
In 10 years, I see myself out of college with a job, making money.
In 10 years, I see myself finished with college, trying to find a successful job.
In 10 years, I see myself finishing college and starting off with my art career.
2 years, I see myself owning my own business, buying my first house, things of that nature.
In 10 years, I definitely see myself pursuing a career in dentistry and hopefully settle down with a family and just overall happy.
In 10 years, I see myself graduated from medical school, hopefully as a neurologist with a happy and successful life.
I see myself starting my own business and having a family and, being successful and happy.
In 10 years, I see myself happy and successful with a really good job.
I see myself as a successful woman and also happy.
In 10 years, I see myself happy and leading a successful life. In 10 years, I see myself content with a really successful job.
In 10 years, I see myself as a successful high school teacher and having a lot of traveling plans in my hand.
I see myself living in a different country, for sure, like Dubai, being an internal medicine doctor.
In 10 years, I see myself in a different country and a successful teacher.
In 10 years, I would like to be a psychologist and I would like to travel around the world.
In 10 years, I see myself as a dentist and living a happy life.
As a successful registered nurse and leading a happy life.
I see myself in 10 years as a major league soccer coach.
In 10 years, I see myself welding for a welding company.
I see myself in 10 years as a chef in a business.
In a big house, somewhere successful with kids. Maybe.
In 10 years, I see myself living in Atlanta for forensic science.
In 10 years, I see myself having a business and living in Georgia.
I see myself in 10 years owning a business and maybe being a lawyer.
Getting married and getting a car.
I don't really know right now, but I hope I can continue my career as being an animator.
In 10 years, I hope to be an information systems manager.
Somewhere living in my mansion.
In 10 years, I see myself somewhere working, paying bills,
Where do I see myself in 10 years? Probably doing a frontline job, either that be military or law enforcement or firefighter.
I see myself living in a house, wife, maybe some kids.
In 10 years, I see myself playing football.
I see myself playing baseball, and if not, being a real estate agent. I really feel like in 10 years it will be great for me in my career lifetime.
I see myself having a wife and 2 kids.
In 10 years, I see myself developing little microchips and stuff.
I see myself in 10 years as a registered nurse working at a hospital.
In 10 years, I see myself as working on my dream job.
I see myself in 10 years either playing baseball or being a bowler professionally.
In 10 years, I see myself maybe working in a technology-related job.
I see myself in 10 years as a successful nurse or a doctor.
In 10 years, I see myself probably traveling, making memories with my younger cousins, and just generally being able to be there with them in their lives.
I probably see myself just living in a house of my own and spending time with my family.
I see myself in 10 years traveling the world with a loved one and taking care of my family.
I see myself in 10 years probably doing something with football or in a house being lazy, doing nothing.
I see myself in 10 years being an entrepreneur.
In 10 years, I see myself as a dental hygienist.
I see myself, hopefully retired in 10 years, living like a bum.
In 10 years, I hope to see myself as a film composer and continuing on with music in my future.
In 10 years, I assume I'll be 28, so I assume I will have got my degree from college in computer science and most likely be working in a tech field, maybe cybersecurity, which is kind of cool.
In 10 years, I see myself becoming rich, maybe, or buying Bugatti Chiron or something like that. I'm hoping that comes true. Yeah, that's it.
In 10 years, I see myself probably working in a hospital as a nurse.
In 10 years, I hope I'm at a college institution and I'm teaching.
Where do I see myself in 10 years? I see myself owning my own salon and making money off of that.
In 10 years, I see myself in university and hopefully have a stable job.
In 10 years, I see myself traveling, and I want to go to Korea and become an English teacher.
Where I see myself in 10 years will hopefully be with a master's degree in social work and working in that field.
In 10 years, I see myself being a radiologist in school, and yeah.
I see myself in 10 years being in real estate or home improvement.
I see myself in 10 years owning my own business in some sort of way.
In 10 years, I see myself having a good job with stable income and a nice family.
In 10 years, I see myself having a successful job.
I see myself in 10 years in a nice place with a job I really like to do.
In 10 years, I see myself living comfortably.
In 10 years, I see myself graduating college and living comfortably.
I see myself in 10 years being a successful electrical engineer.
In 10 years, I see myself probably sitting in the bed making money and enjoying life.
Probably doing something with music or video creation of some sort.
In 10 years, I see myself getting a bachelor's degree in computer science, and I look forward into achieving my goals and ambitions.
I see myself after completing college, I see working in a law firm.
In 10 years, I see myself out of the country somewhere. I don't know where yet, but yeah.
Where I see myself in 10 years, probably cooking somewhere maybe.
I see myself in 10 years probably in an office working on my artwork.
In 10 years, I see myself studying to become a physical therapist assistant while working a job as a physical therapist tech.
In 10 years, I'm going to be Big Meech.
I see myself in 10 years probably graduating college.
I see myself in 10 years going to college and being a nurse.
I see myself as a successful fashion designer.
In 10 years, I see myself graduating college and becoming a dermatologist, or somewhat close to that.
In 10 years, I see myself working for myself and living a stable life.
In 10 years, I see myself as a PR agent working for a big company, or something in fashion design, or a teacher for kids.
Where I see myself in 10 years is I'm probably doing engineering for a company.
I see myself in 10 years away from America and somewhere new.
In 10 years, I see myself having a successful business and being a successful entrepreneur.
In 10 years, I should be a general surgeon. I should be finishing my residency, and I should be married with kids and a dog.
Where do I see myself in 10 years? Hopefully, still with my boyfriend at the time, and probably in our own house, maybe, and probably having my degree.
I see myself owning a business and just chilling with my friends. In 10 years.
In 10 years, I see myself being a psychologist with a lot of money.
In 10 years, I see myself as a real estate agent and having a nice home, being a successful businesswoman.
So my future plan is to be a software engineer. So I want to see myself as a software engineer after 10 years.
Successful, because you know, it's me. I mean, I see myself very successful in the future.
In 10 years, I see myself having a family and doing my dream job.
In 10 years, I see myself with my own business.
I see myself in 10 years being an entrepreneur in software technology.